It's a beautiful Tuesday morning to you all. Where the watchers will welcome you to another lovely episode of Property Matta. Property Day very important. Property Day very quintessential as person they work. When person they save now to take acquire property. Now him suppose be wetin you go dey in mind so that at least person go see legacy to leave, give children. If they follow this program bumper to bumper, last week we've been talking about what you must know about off-plan deals. And our anchor man will be Savio Debo, plumber Debo. He taking time, he break down where many of off-plan deals. So this week we dey start something new, something fresh, and I believe you deserve to know. So good morning once again, sir.
Thank you, Chief Olododo.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be here this morning. I believe also that our followers have been gaining from our previous episodes. Slimity, how are you?
Very well.
Well done. You're welcome to the set this morning.
Thank you.
Yes, it be like saying every last Tuesday of the month, English they come out for your mouth. You don't throw some this morning. I just they look and say, okay, now last I can't remember saying now last Tuesday. So
I think I want to believe I know what that means. I think I want to believe.
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know too.
It's just last Tuesday. It's just last Tuesday. You know, there are some things that are last causes to happen for you, you know?
Don't do that.
Those kind of things, you know? So you're welcome, viewers. Please, I would like to encourage us once again that if you have questions that we've not been able to answer, please send it to my WhatsApp line. We are collating those questions. I will set apart an episode that will trash those questions. So today, we'll be talking about how to get NHF loan to acquire your first property. You go say, which one be NHF loan? Abi? NHF loan are the loan where they call National Housing Fund.
Okay.
You get one program, scheme, where federal government start, okay, for Nigerians them, where we say we go get loan for chickeny interest, to take buy that property where we won't buy, or take renovate that property where we get, or take build that property where we won't build. Okay, you get that chickeny loan, chickeny interest like that they call them NHF loan. So how do you secure that type of loan? That's what we'll be talking about today. And I think that this episode will stretch to the next episode. Okay. So most likely we are going to discuss all that we can today, and then we'll continue
push forward
next week, because I think that is something that people must know. A lot of people want loan because they need assistance to be able to buy that property where they want, or to be able to build that property where they want build, or even renovate the property where they already get. But they don't know how to go about them. They don't go meet regular mortgage bank. Those ones don't give them rates. They don't run back, you know, and things like that. Or those ones say they don't qualify, you know, and things like that. So, but how do you secure this type of loan? First, who can apply for this National Housing Fund loan? Okay? Anybody will be Nigerian. Number one, you have to be a Nigerian. Number two, of course, you have to be above 18 years.
Sure.
Okay? You have to be above 18 years. Number three, you get to get work for hand where they give you income regularly. You get to get where you they work or waiting you they do, even if you are self-employed. Waiting you they do where be say they give you income, and you should be able to prove that income from maybe statement of accounts where you they run. Okay, say you they get money. It is very important to be able to do that. Once all of those are in place, you are qualified to be able to get that loan, and you have property where you won't put them into. So that's in a nutshell, those are the people that can qualify. Okay, evidence of regular income. Then of course,
so no
you
matter
must
how
have
small you they collect, as far as you get a source of income, a regular source of income.
Yes. And then lastly, which is the most important, when you do all these three, the fourth one is that you must be a contributor to the National Housing Fund.
In what sense?
So the National Housing Fund na contributory scheme. Where we say people they put money together.
Na like
Own
cooperative.
resources.
It be like kind of, but not corporately like that. Just say that it's a contributory scheme. Where we say people they put money together, they borrow one another, one after the other, to take
Buy and
or
do.
build house. So me, if I enter the scheme now, whether as I start to contribute, I never see property where I want buy, or I never even want buy property yet. I just don't start, okay, to contribute to the more. But person there wey be say whether I don't contribute for 10 years, he now
Say
he don't see one property where he want buy, he go take money from that
there.
pool. That money they take now the contribution of a whole lot of people plus the own way he don't contribute before, he go come take and buy the property, come they pay back the loan gradually. The rest of us go still they contribute. When our own turn to come, we go take money. So you get to be contributing to that scheme for minimum of 6 months
Okay.
before you can qualify for loan. You know, so
no
those
be,
are
no
the
be like easy or ready access.
no be say you go
Because
just
now
walk into the bank and
say
say
you
I be
get
Nigerian,
I
I'm
have
under
source of
18,
income.
I have source of income.
Because I'm
I
going to
wan
start to the
collect.
run go there now.
No, you go down open account. You get contributory account where you go down open. Usually you open it through accredited mortgage banks or people they call mortgage loan originators. Banks they call mortgage loan originators. They are mortgage banks or sometimes some commercial banks, but usually mortgage banks. Okay, you open that NHF account through them. You are contributing. The ultimate person where they hold this money and where they administer this loan. Now, the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. Okay. So that NHF loan where you open, so really now for Federal Mortgage Bank you open them, but now through a mortgage bank, primary mortgage bank or mortgage loan originator that you open. That's where you'll be paying it money into, and then Federal Mortgage Bank will keep your account for you. Now, so NHF is a contributory scheme whereby, for example, people where they work, one bill come out not too long ago. They are trying to perfect, but Buhari rejected it. He's trying to review some of the contribution rates, but I will just limit myself to the old and existing rates.
Status quo.
To the old and existing. So you are expected to contribute 2.5% of your basic pay. You know, say if you dey work, let's say you are a civil servant, you have employment in one organization or the other. If you check your pay slip, the paper where they give you as to say this is
Salary,
how much your salary be, and then go add them up. If you check, you get one the way that they call basic salary. You get one.
Different from allowance.
It's different from all those allowances and all. Now the 2.5% of that money, that amount, now they expect
you to
make
pay.
you they contribute
every month.
every month. 2.5% of that money. Now they expect make you they contribute for that your account. Now if you are self-employed, your mortgage bank can assess you and give you an amount that they think you should be contributing. You understand? They will assess your income. So you have to talk to them. They will assess your income and tell you, okay, this is how much you'll be contributing. Maybe 450 naira, for example, every month. Okay? 450 naira every. It's not so much money. By the time you calculate that thing, it's not so much. It's just in the consistency. And if you start it early enough, you are in a better position. Something like that.
So for the
especially
space
if you
of
start
6
work.
months, you're expected.
Yes, you're expected to be contributing. You're expected to be contributing. So now 2.5% of that money, that your basic pay, or whatever you are assessed as a self-employed person, that you are expected to be contributing in that account. So you open that account, you start putting that money there. But this is what I advise people. A lot of people only wait till they are ready to buy property before they start doing these things. But I usually advise people, just look for a good mortgage bank that is accredited by Federal Mortgage Bank to operate this scheme, okay? And open your NHF account.
Even while you don't need it now.
Yes, and be paying it into it. Why? Because when you go need them, that thing go help you. You understand? It go help you. Now, once you contribute your 2.5, you will get interest. Then they pay interest for that money. Then they pay, I think, waiting that they pay now, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 2%. Is either 2% or 4%, but I think it's 2% interest they will be paying you under your savings that you are making. Now, if it be say you can't retire, you no collect loan, and you reach age of 60, the exit point, you can ask for your money back.
Okay.
They will pay you your money plus the interest.
From
Yes.
point start.
Yes. Even if you collect loan and you don't pay them back, you don't get any, they go net your position. Even if you still get, once you are 60, they get to pay you back that money where you get for.
But what if the person dies in service? Do they pay the family?
If the person dies in service, I think that yes. I mean, if the family knows or the work pay can provide, the workplace can provide the documentation to that, it can be processed. Yes.
Okay.
It can be, and that's another thing. I think one of these days we'll talk about the essentials, why people should consider doing something about will while they are alive. It helps you to be able to ensure that the people you are leaving behind have access to a lot of these things more easily.
That's stress.
Because if you don't have that arrangement, for example, properly done will, in this case, maybe with a trustee, with a company, with a lawyer or something like that, it may be difficult. You wouldn't have disclosed these things. And it may be difficult for your people to start to, put them together and gain access to them. So we'll talk about that in some other episode.
Okay, so Debo, I see the reason why you talk, say this topic go stretch, enter 2, if not 3 episodes now.
Okay, you don't want stretch and enter 3.
Yeah, you go enter 3 because a lot of questions even there from the beginning. Number one question where I go ask before we go on break. Okay. You say, is there variation day in terms of loan acquisition? Variation in the sense that, okay, me, na bungalow I want build, maybe not just 3 million I need. Me, na 3-story building I want build, maybe not 10 million I need. Say variation day. Is there a ceiling or a flooring amount where we say, okay, if you collect less than this, you know if you collect past like this? Is there a ceiling or a flooring amount where person if you collect or where person if you collect pass? Then say variation day in terms of the money where we collect. Is there opportunity to say, okay, me if you collect 10 million,
okay,
now only 2 million if you collect. Then I think it's coming around like 2-3 questions. And the last one where I go like ask them, say after collecting these things now, say I go still they pay my normal basic 2.5 or they go change them based on the amount where I collect, because if the amount where I collect is huge, will my 2.5 still be the basis of payment?
Okay, thank you very much, Chief. You see that your 2.5, if you look at it, is very minimal. So it's not really going to affect so much. You are expected to still be contributing it while you are even paying back on your loan. It's a contributing, you are supposed to be contributing for the rest of your life. But it's not, like I said, see, for example, most handiwork people or self-employed people, most of them is like about 450 or 500 they say they should be paying every month. I mean, people who do a job in the market, they know how much they do every day. So it's not something that you will be able to do, even if you have a loan to service, because you must be able to service a loan. Sure. If 500 don't they affect how you service a loan, even your qualification of the loan is questionable. For a check, for the loan is. So you get how much way people will get. Okay. It depends. Now the minimum they offer, not the minimum actually, except if your property where you want buy lower past that one, they go give you. Okay. But they offer in tranches of 5, 10, 15. 15 is the cap.
That's the ceiling.
Federal, yes, NHF, you can't get more than 15 million naira maximum, or the value, or what covers the value of the property you are taking mortgage for, if it's not exceeding 15 million. Okay. And it gets some, they go still qualify you because your repayment, remember we talked about loan. Did we talk about loan here? And I said to repay loan, you need to be able to have nothing more than 33% of your income going into loan repayment. Okay. So that is one way they would appraise your qualification for whether 5, 10, or 20. They go look at your monthly pay. They go look at waiting 33% be. You understand?
Can you still survive?
Yes, it can be. Waiting, if you want to collect 10 million, they go look at waiting the loan repayment be for that 3 million. They go look whether it passed 33% of your income.
Okay. Sure.
If it pass, you don't qualify. They go reduce waiting, they go give you like that. They get other criteria, but that's the main way of deciding whether you really qualify or not. Of course, there are other, there are 5 C's of credit, they say. That applies. But in terms of capacity, that is how they judge whether you are able to pay. So, if we get 5 million, 5 million, 10 million, 15 million. Now, if you are getting 5 million, ordinarily, when you want to get any loan, you are supposed to have waiting that they call down payment. Your own contribution, initial contribution to
different
the
from the 2.5.
It's skin in the game.
It's different from the 2.5 we have paid.
No. That 2.5 is going into your account. It's accumulating interest for you. Hope you know. So that one is going to your account. It's why you qualify for the loan. Because you are a contributor to the fund. It's why you can come and say you want loan. For cooperative too. You can't be, if you are not a member of a cooperative, you can't go there and say you want money. And wait till make you a member of cooperative. Say they do savings there. So, Slimmy, you look like somebody will be called.
If you know how many adjustments Slimmy don't coordinate for this one. Slimmy don't manage nothing less than 3 adjustments.
My joy is my own personal account. Nah, I can't stand. My joy is my personal account.
Abi? Because if you put them for anything, okay, your job now, your personal account. Yes, you did that discipline.
Yeah.
When we say you go say, I go they put this in there.
You obviously, I think from this, apart from your salary account, you have other accounts where you save. So,
and you don't get ATM for those accounts.
I have ATM for them, but I don't get to use them.
You don't sleepwalk to ATM machine
unless if it's very important.
They go Lekki. But before they go Lekki now, no more Lekki.
What's happen for Lekki?
Amu Coco now. Amu Coco, no more Lekki.
I don't know what they talk.
Now Amu Coco is the shop life now.
I don't. Let's come back to
better.
To waiting they talk about National Housing Fund. Okay. So, if you want there is always any loan that will ask you to put a skin in the game, to have initial so that you are down committed.
But back,
so for 5 million, maybe when we come back, we shall be right back.
Go nowhere, please.
The best investment on earth is earth.
The issue of say make a person get house, make a person get land, make a person.
Property matter na serious business, so one of the best investments wey person fit get for life. Shey you be estate agent, surveyor, town planner, or you dey into furniture and you go like make the world sabi your level, come advertise with us on top Property Matter wey dey shele for WAP TV for every Tuesday from 8:15 to 9 a.m.
For advert placement and sponsorship, make una call Stella Maris on top 070 3914 5229. Rebecca 070 6969 1950.
Yes, welcome back to the show. Now, still Property Matter now we dey do, and our Ogade we dey enlighten us where we're about NHF, that is the National Housing Fund. He don't break a lot of things down for us, and where him been stop. Now on top say if you want collect loan, you got to don't do down payments. No be something we go just enter do abracadabra come collect loan. So Barrister Debo, Engineer Debo, Surveyor Debo. Now, legal things we dey discuss. Now, chartered accountant Debo. Chartered accountant Debo, yeah.
If you say that, so person they collect title. I go down.
No, so now.
This place go down full.
For our own village, just buy ogogoro and fowl.
You don't need that chief.
Yeah, chartered accountant.
Seriously.
Look work.
And even chief, sir.
They been make the villager just they call you chartered accountant. Who go hold you?
No wonder you be chief. Now that you collect your chief.
Nah, he want know about my own.
Ogogoro and fowl.
No, my own na cow.
Na cow you get. The account chief, okay. So we're talking about how you qualify and all. So for the 5 million, currently they've reviewed it that you don't have to pay any down payment.
Wow.
And that makes it more accessible. So meaning that anybody that qualifies, that is looking at 5 million below, all they have to do is to see that you are able to meet the loan repayment, the ongoing loan repayment terms.
Okay.
That's all. Then if it is 10 million that you are collecting, then they require that you make a 5% deposit. So let's assume that the property is 10 million naira.
Okay, go on.
For example, or is 10 million. Let's just use 10 million. They require you to make 500,000 naira deposit. Okay. So they will give you 9.5 as loan.
But what if the person no fit come pay back the loan? What happens?
Well,
like maybe something will come up, you lost your job.
We'll discuss all of
that.
those as we go on. How does it operate? How do you protect it and all of that? Of course, there are ways, just the normal way by which loans and stuff like that are protected. It also applies here. Then if it is 15 million, maximum of 15 million, you're expected to pay 10% deposit. So anything between over 10 million to 15 million, they will require you to pay 10% deposit. Okay, so let's say you want a property that is 15 million now or 16 million. They will require that you pay 1.6.
1.5 million. Or 1.6.
No, let's say it's 1.6. The property is 16 million.
That's 1.6.
You pay 1.6
and then they give
down payment, and then they give you the balance, which is like 14.4.
Okay.
As loan. Do you understand?
Okay.
And then you'll be paying.
Now, quick one, sir.
Anyway.
Will they credit your account?
Oh, we have a call. Sorry. Numbers are opened already. Sadiq, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Good to have you. Oh, yeah, now you get question or contribution. Can you turn down your TV volume?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Sadiq.
Reduce your TV volume, Sadiq, so that we'll feel relate with you.
Yes.
Your volume is absolutely
Okay, just
loud.
go ahead. Go ahead with your question.
Okay.
That was loud. Okay, so we'll appreciate if you can call us back. As always, say when you call the studio, it's supposed to help us reduce your TV volume. So we'll appreciate if you can call back. The numbers are on the screen already. 08105434981. Of course, 08173147589. Maybe now question or contributions, you guys are free to make your calls. Okay, sir.
Okay, so let's just continue.
Sorry, sir.
You want to ask another question?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you are qualified and you don't get the loan, will they credit your account, or is the way they do it is shows the property will purchase for you?
Okay. Maybe let's go through it step by step.
Okay.
And then, because all of these questions will then be answered.
Okay,
Yes. So the purpose, like I said earlier,
is
majorly...
People are interested in collecting loans.
From Lagos.
Jumbo!
Good morning, Jumbo.
Good morning. What's going on? Hello, Jumbo.
Good morning, Dr. Debo.
Dr. Debo. Another title to your
You
camp.
don't join chief, have you?
Now you be the doctor of house.
Trinity, how you doing?
I'm very well. Good morning.
How you doing now?
Very well.
Are they okay?
Lovely. I'm interested in this topic. It's very, very important.
Okay.
I want to find out how much could you be paying back on this loan? How many years can you pay this loan if you collect the loan? The maximum number of years you can pay the loan.
Okay, great. I would answer. How much can you collect? You said.
Did you say how much you can collect or how much you'll be paying back?
No, he asked how long. For how long?
There was how long. The first question was how much. Jumbo, I think he said how much is going to be paying. That was why.
How much depends on how much you collect as loan.
How you collect? How long?
Okay.
Will you be able to pay this money back?
Okay. Now,
The maximum, that's in the maximum year.
Okay.
For payment of the loan.
The maximum year is 60 is the age of retirement in the civil service.
Sure.
And that is what is used also as the terminal age. So usually when somebody is really between 55 and 60, it's difficult to qualify for this loan.
No.
Because whenever you qualify for it, the time you have that they have to consider your repayment is between your age and 60.
Oh.
Okay, so if you are 30, for example, and you take the loan, it means that
Next 30 years.
yes, you have the next 30 years. You know.
How about
if you are
civil-
18,
how about people
if you are 18 and you're working already and you collect the loan, it means that you have a longer
How about
period. So
those
your repayment will be very, very affordable.
How about those who they do their own work when they retire?
See, it's still, so they use 60 as a benchmark that a lot of people will not want to continue to work or make money anymore. As
Be
it
you
were.
a self-employed
Income,
person?
yes. So 60 is usually the age they use. So it depends on how far away you are from 60.
Okay.
If you are 40, 20 years.
20 years.
If you are 45, 15 years. So that's why I usually say that once somebody is 40 and you don't have a property, or you don't also, not that you just don't have, you don't even know how you plan to have. There is no plan on how you intend to have a property. You are getting into a dicey situation because your chances and opportunities are reducing drastically. I mean, by the time you put pen to paper and you calculate if you just have 20 years to pay, you will realize what
Hello,
this pressure is.
Hello.
Good morning, Stephen.
Hello.
Two calls at the same time.
Hello, Stephen. Good morning, Stephen. Are you there?
Stephen from
I think
Oyo.
was clashing.
I think we lost
Anyway,
so,
call us back. Yeah.
so that's I think I answered that
I think
question.
there's a call. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Stephen.
Okay, Stephen, good
Thank
morning.
you. I've been watching the program. It's quite enlightening.
Thank you.
One question. You've not mentioned the percentage, the interest rates. You know, you just said it was small. Small is very, very relative. Yeah, so I would like you to touch light on that.
Yeah. Just follow us. We will get there. Thank you very much. So let me talk about purpose first, okay? Like I said, you only can use it to buy property, okay? You can't use it to buy land. They won't give you. You can use it to buy property, to build property, to renovate an existing property.
Oh, to buy property.
To build property and to renovate. You can't use it to buy land, and you can't use it as a refinancing scheme, mortgage. So you already have mortgage, you understand, or you already have money, you own a property already. You own a property already. Maybe you have equity in it, or you've even fully paid on it. You now take that loan on the property. No, they don't do that. That's refinancing. They don't use it for that. Primarily, it's designed to assist people get their first property.
Oh, good one.
You understand? It's designed to assist people get their first property. Now, talking about the limits, you can combine. So, for example, you can have a property that you want to buy that is 30 million naira. Once you can sort out 15 million by yourself, maybe you have 15 million that you've saved up, you can take NHF of 15 million if you qualify to balance, provided the person you are buying the property from understands and agrees with that arrangement that you are trying to make, and you are able to find a mortgage lender originator, a mortgage loan originator that will be able to help you process that transaction. Why not? And you have NHF, you've been saving, you qualify, and all, you can have that. So that's about purpose. How to apply for the loan, okay, is usually operated, like I said, through mortgage banks. Is the Federal Mortgage Bank Initiative, and is administered by them, but they use mortgage banks or organizations you call, or what they call mortgage loan originators. So you go to the mortgage loan originators, open an account with them, and be saving for a minimum of 6 months. Okay? Then, if you see a property, you get all the necessary documents, and then they start to process, they assess you, what you qualify for, and start to process the NHF based on that. Okay? So that's how to, number one, application is through a duly licensed and accredited mortgage loan originator by way of a mortgage bank that runs the NHF scheme. Okay? Your application choice, your mortgage loan originator must be accredited by Federal Mortgage Bank. Okay? I just wanted to read them out clearly so I'm not missing words, okay? Application forms for NHF loans obtainable from the mortgage loan originator. You obtain your form from them, and then you fill it. They take you through the process. So the number one important thing for you to do in taking steps, because I like to teach people to take steps, not just listen to this. I would say if you are thinking about this, or you think it's something you are going to be interested in, go out between now and the next episode, next week, and look for possible mortgage banks. Ask them questions about how accredited they are regarding NHF. Can they help people process NHF? Have they helped people before? Can they show you evidence
Okay.
Of people whom they've helped.
they've helped to process NHF? If they've done that and they show you evidence and it's as recent, okay, because anything with government and all would have its bottlenecks,
Yeah, sure.
would have its challenges.
Yeah.
So they may tell you, it takes 3 months, 6 months, and you may be there applying 1 year. That's the truth. But there are people who take it. And if you are working and you are a Nigerian, what I tell people is forget about the challenges of it. Go into it and at least, because it's an opportunity that you shouldn't miss.
Okay, Olamide.
All right, I'm here with you.
Okay, your question or
Olamide
contribution,
is from
please.
Lagos?
Yeah.
From Lagos.
Okay.
All right, good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning,
sir.
Olamide.
Good morning.
Good
morning,
morning.
sir.
Go ahead.
We are with you. Go on.
All right, I greet my honorable Kukuruku
How you doing?
and our first lady Kukuruku.
I greet you too, Mr. Olamide.
All right, my question, I want to understand if I need to go on 5 million. So how is the payment? Hello?
Hello?
You said if you need to go on 5 million, how is the payment?
Now, like we had said, Olamide.
Are you actually done? Sorry, sir. Are you done? Because it's still there. Do you have other questions so I can just answer once and for all?
Hello?
He's with you. Do you have other questions? You still want to ask questions? You have more questions?
Okay, my second question.
Okay.
Yeah. The duration of the 5 million, how is going to be? And what are the needs? What are the needs that will make me to qualify for the 5 million naira loan?
Okay.
Okay.
Olamide, thank you very much. Now, you see, what you pay back on a loan is a function of a number of things.
Okay.
What do you earn? How much do you have available to dispose towards a loan repayment?
Okay.
You understand? And I said the basis of calculating that is to look at what 33% of your income comes to. And the tenor is a function of how far you are from 60.
Okay. Okay.
You understand? The tenor you can enjoy. So
think
the
you said that
tenor
earlier.
plus what you earn will be able to even first help them determine whether you
You're
qualify
or not.
for 5 million or something lower, or you even have opportunity to take something higher if you want to.
Okay.
You understand? And that is what will then inform what it is that you pay. Okay? The interest rate, let me just answer the guy that asked about the interest rate, because we'll get into that also in detail in coming weeks. But the interest rate is 6%. Single digit interest rate. 6% per annum. That's the interest you get to pay on NHF loan.
6%.
So it's very, very affordable. Don't forget that you are getting 2% on your contribution and you are paying 6% on your loan. Net is about 4%. Do you understand? So what they are doing is that they are using the 6% you are paying to be able to pay 2% of it, to be able to pay the contributors.
Okay.
Okay? The other 4% is what they use to sort out their own operational costs and all of those things, federal mortgage, and also the mortgage banks and all share. Now, in some instances, okay, some mortgage banks or your process of application will incur some other additional costs. Okay? But from all I've experienced in people doing mortgage NHF loan, is not the total thing that they have to pay, hook, line, and sinker for insurance and all of those things, is not taking the interest to be more than about 10%. 9 to 10%. But 6% is the interest officially that you get to pay, yes, per annum on that loan. Meaning, I mean, you can imagine 6% as compared to a regular mortgage from, okay, so there is another type of mortgage now, which is called, which is enabled by NMRC, Nigerian Mortgage Refinance Scheme. We'll discuss that in some time in the future. If you get that kind of enabled mortgage, okay, the interest you pay is at least 18%. 18%. Now, if you get the regular mortgage bank loan, the interest you pay is from like about 21%.
Whoa.
Between 21 to 26.
Whoa.
If not more than. You understand? Per annum. So you can imagine.
The
So
distance.
usually what people do, and
Different.
this is it, this is what I advise people. That's why I advise people to always explore this. Okay. Usually what people do is then to do an hybrid of mortgage loan.
Okay.
So I want to take a loan for 30 million naira for a property or 35 million naira for a property. Why go take, I do 10% initial deposit, yes. Okay, so I pay 3.5 on that property. I still have about 31.5 to collect as loan.
Okay.
Why should I, even if I can afford it, go and take a 21% mortgage
You can.
or an 18% mortgage? So what people do is, let me take my NHF
Yeah.
fully. 15 million. So I take 15 million. That's I have 16.5 that I can now take from 18% or 21%. By the time I mix it together, it brings my total mortgage repayment interest, you know.
The NHF has
It brings it, yes.
down.
But there are difficulties, I must tell you, and we'll discuss all of this maybe next week, in qualifying or getting to, you know, secure NHF loan. Okay, there are ways you must
Conditions.
understand. There are methods and means by which you can go about it that will make it easier for you. Okay, that we'll be discussing next week. Okay, so interest rate is 6%. I hope the guy is happy now. That's
Just
John
before you
Boo or
continue.
something.
No,
Or
Olamide.
who asked that
Okay, yeah,
question?
Job. Was it John Boo?
Olamide. Collins,
No,
good
it's
morning. Good
Collins
morning,
is
Collins.
calling from FCT.
Yeah, Roger.
Good morning, Collins. You there?
Wow,
we
it's
lost
as
that
if Collins is gone. I think the rain.
Collins,
Yeah,
call us
the
back.
rain. We still have a couple of minutes anyway.
Collins, call us back.
So, and then if we miss, like we said, please send your questions to the WhatsApp number and we would aggregate them, and in one episode we'll be dealing with them. So, what's the security for the NHF loan? When they give you loan, what secures that loan? Okay? Fundamentally for any
Because
mortgage.
I would have asked, are they going to require what do you call it now? Collateral and everything.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask that.
So fundamentally for any mortgage is the property that you are buying. That
Let's
is
take
the
Daniel. We
collateral.
have another FCT caller.
That is
Hello,
the security
Daniel.
for it.
Daniel, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Very well, Daniel.
Yes. Yeah, good morning.
Morning,
How
sir.
are you, Kokoroko?
Good morning, sir. How are you doing, sir?
I'm the only one that is not.
Yeah, that's a citizen. Yeah, citizen. Go ahead with your question, Daniel.
Okay. Actually, I want to find out. Thank you. You guys are doing a good job, actually.
Thank you very
you.
much,
Thank
sir.
you.
Okay. I actually want to find out for a private person that is not a civil servant, how can the person benefit from that? How does the person come in? Because I'm a business person and I'm not a civil servant, but I'm interested. I have seen that this thing could actually help me.
Okay,
how
so
do I
Daniel.
come in, please?
Okay, thank you very much, Daniel. So what I will advise you is look around FCT where you are for mortgage banks, okay? Go in there and ask them that you are interested in starting your NHF account, contribution account, because sometime soon you want to be able to apply for your NHF loan, okay? They would assess you and give you an amount that they think you should be paying every month. So you open the NHF account and be paying that amount. That's how simple it is, okay? You don't have to be a civil servant alone, or you are in a regular employment where your employer deducts and remits to them. No, you can just be a private person like you are and go there and
Daniel, are you there?
do that.
Yes.
I hope that is clear.
Yes.
Okay, so just go ahead and take that action
I think to just
before
complement,
next episode.
Yeah, to complement just what you've said, instead of driving around town looking for mortgage bank, we can always solve our Google. Maybe you just type it there. I feel we should be able to get some locations.
Yeah, the ones that are around. Yes, you
I
can
think
go around online and check where they are, then go check them out.
Yeah, that makes it easier since the world itself is
Go
now a
check them
global
out and
village.
talk to them.
Yeah.
So next week, Because I think we should be
Because
rounding
We're
up.
talking
wait
about, are
till
you done
you
with the
start now.
security you said?
Security now.
we're talking about.
Okay,
You
well,
said the
should we?
property.
No,
do we
because
still have
Okay,
time?
because of the
thing,
time.
because of the time, the security thing you said now
Yeah.
is very funny now. I think that's where we are starting from next week.
And I think that was where my question, I asked a question relating to what happens when
Well,
the person
yes.
cannot
Well,
meet
part
up
of
with
it
the
will
Say
be addressed.
when you collect that property.
Is that
itself,
property that is the security? That's the basic.
So that means
We'll
it's
expatiate on that next
withdrawable.
week.
They can collect it back.
Of course, they're giving you money to buy the property. If you can't pay the money back, of course, that's the security. For any mortgage, that is it. I mean, but you see, they would have assessed you that you are able to pay back. And that's why
As it stands,
they are-
I'll have a question,
and
but
also
just
there
keep
are
to
some
next
other mitigating
Okay.
steps that they would have taken, insurance and all of that, that can help even when you have little delays or little
Okay.
increase in your
Okay.
paying
Okay.
back before you come back, recover and all of that. So it's not as if at your not being able to pay the first month, they will just take your property. No. It doesn't work
He
that
said
way.
you dwell
Ladies
more
and
than next
So
week.
that's it. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been my pleasure. Let's
you.
meet again next week and then we'll take
We'll
this
continue.
through. Yeah.
I think everyone is interested in this topic.
This is
Everybody.
very enlightening. Thank you very much, Engineer Debo, for this lovely one. Quite enlightening. On top of that, to say thank you very much, our viewers. From myself, I say goodbye. From you, sir.
I say goodbye and please send your questions. Follow me on social media.
Okay,
Debo
baby.
Adejana.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, other programs are on ground. So, guys, stick around. WAP TV 24 hours.
Bye.